Hello, dear Virgo. Welcome to your March reading for 2025. We're already starting with the March readings. And yes, we have the very beginning of March. Your reading will be on the 17th. It will come out in February. We're right at the beginning of March. So we have a total of 4 portal days in March. At the beginning of March, Monday the 3rd. March and Wednesday the 5th. In March, we have 2 portal days. And then we have a couple more towards the end of the month. Once on Monday the 24th, March, and Tuesday the 25th. In March we have that again. 2 portal days are consecutive. I'm always curious about what it brings, especially since it's around my birthday. Exactly. First of all, then we have on Friday, the 14th, February. Yes, the 14th. February was also a Friday, and we actually have the same days in March. 14th. March, also a Friday, 14th. In March, we have the full moon in Virgo, which is your sign, at 7:55 in the morning. By the way, that's also the lunar eclipse. And on the 14th, in March, we have the lunar eclipse. And on the 29th, in March, we have a new moon in Aries. That's a Saturday. At 11:58, that's noon. And by the way, we have the lunar eclipse. Exactly. Yes. Then we have the spring equinox. That's Thursday the 20th, March. So, the official start of spring, and at 10:01, spring officially begins. 10:01, the equinox. Spring equinox. Exactly. That's just some information in advance. And I would say, let's see what March brings, what wants to come your way. Always remember that the roles in a reading can be reversed. Time is always relative. Time flows. And this is always about collective readings. General readings can, of course, mean that not everything will resonate with you. And this reading here, you can always find all the important information, all the important links, and also the cards I use down in the info box. And everything I'm currently offering can be found on my website. So, let's take a look. The Knight has already shown up. The Swords have shown up. And I've already seen the 7 of Wands a few times. Let's see what wants to come your way in March. It's 2 of Cups. I have the feeling of finding an agreement. Finding agreement, maybe enjoying life, seeing the beautiful sides of life. 2 of Cups, this can also relate to some people in the area of love, where you meet each other on equal terms, being loving towards one another, and being equal partners. I'll leave it at that because it doesn't always have to be about love. In everything, love is not just in the partnership of Europe. And on the deck, the 7 of Wands. Something is becoming a bit more conscious here. I have that feeling. It's also about interpersonal relationships. Just not specifically for love, but to be loving in our interpersonal relationships with others. And if you notice that there are people who are not being loving towards you, then you should step out of those situations. I have the feeling that a situation is urging you to trust that something is growing here, that something wants to emerge. I do. To trust that something is growing here, that something wants to emerge. We also have the Magician here. But you have to be patient. Trust in the divine. Let yourself be guided. Have trust. I find this theme of trust beautifully represented in this way. About animals maybe as well. As I said, to our world. In your world, have trust that something new wants to emerge here, even for some of you. Or that one thing you're already working on will grow. It should grow. That covers, I only interpret upright, I don't interpret it upside down. The 5 of Pentacles. Situations where you realize I'm in lack, situations where you feel excluded. 5 of Pentacles. That's an energy where you notice, like, hey, I don't feel comfortable there at all. But always remember, you've already reached 5. That's half of it. let it grow. Things that no longer make you happy can be let go. It can actually be a financial issue for some when you realize, yes, it's not enough. Change jobs? Absolutely. The circumstances always determine, it's always like this. The circumstances determine where you are right now, what this topic is for you. I can also imagine, well, that one or another might feel abandoned. Maybe everyone is against you. These are the kinds of energies. It's difficult. Maybe also the issue of unemployment. Something like that has trust. There's always a reason why something happens. But I have more of a feeling that it leads to you being allowed to leave this situation. Pink, the rods under the deck. In this deck, I also take that, so you will find a solution. Not everyone is always against you. So what do I actually need to learn? Always has the feeling. In the past, so it's been a little while. What does a little while mean? 2 years ago, let's say that. I always had the feeling that everyone was against me, that I always had to defend myself. And I've also confronted my fellow human beings like that, always in this defensive stance, having to push my way through somehow. In the meantime, I've also learned, hey, maybe there are things I need to work on, things I need to change. Maybe not everyone always wants to do something bad to me. As I said, we work, we never stop learning. We have to work on ourselves, we have to change that. And that should also be looked at. Self-awareness is the best path to improvement. Let's take a look further. Hey, so the Seven of Swords shows up in almost every reading. You are now the 6th sign that I'm making. And it has shown up so often, the Seven of Swords. I have the feeling that there could actually be someone there who doesn't want anything good for you. With these Seven of Swords, I always feel like someone is lurking in the shadows. Be a little careful. Leave the situation that doesn't do you any good and meet people who treat you as equals. A very, very important topic here as well. That you don't even let such energies, when there are people like that, into your environment. If you notice that your coworkers are all wrong, then you should also leave the situation. Then you should change jobs. I have grief and worries here. You might not be able to stand it here anymore. I see the Chariot here. And also the Wheel of Fortune. And there we have the 8 of Cups, indicating that it's time to move on. The 3 of Wands has also come out, which tells me here as well. Start new paths. Be ready for a new journey. Choose a new path. If you realize that you're no longer happy there, then you can choose a new path. The Pentacles. What did I say? Half the energy has been reached. It will double. Then the Pentacles, success, is within reach. Have faith. Even if you think, I just have 5 Pentacles. Pentacles take a long time, actually. But the 10 of Pentacles is showing up, which tells me that these are situations you find yourself in. People maybe who are in your environment who are in lack. And if you're around such people, if you have such people around you, you're automatically in lack. They drain your energy. Death, that is the end. Be ready for new paths. Death, something is coming to an end here. That will also come quite quickly. I have a feeling about this. With death, we have big changes coming your way in March. And ending, letting go of at least one theme here. What can go, what can stay. Just make a decision here. There's a big change happening. New elevation, a theme of starting anew for you as well. Okay. I'll leave it at that. You'll definitely recognize that here. Shall we leave it at that? I will now lay out another row of cards for you in the continuation. Then let's see what is coming your way. I'm drawing a power animal for you. Which power animal will accompany you in March? Then let's draw a soul message for you. Angel messages. These can be advice for you or also answers. And finally, we'll also draw love messages.
You can always find it down in the info box and also in the top comment. I'm looking forward to welcoming you there shortly. And to everyone else, I wish you a wonderful March. All the best and see you at the next reading.
Bye-bye.